All right, y'all. We actually have a new feature. Okay, we have a new feature, and we have a new guest. Okay, I hope you guys can give a big old round of applause. Okay, a gigantic round of applause. I thought that was definitely muted, but I wasn't. Anyway, so a gigantic round of applause for my guy, Unsafe Monk, who will be joining me as today's guest host. All right, y'all. Would you like to say anything right now, Unsafe Monk?
What up, what up, what up?
He says, what up, what up, what up, what up. Also, just say something again real quick. Let me make sure the levels are good.
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay, let's make you a little higher, actually. All right, and one more time.
Testing, testing.
Whoa!
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Oh yeah, there we go. Now your voice is vibrating my insides. That's beautiful. That's what I want.
Ooh.
Okay. So here we go. The wonderful Unsafe Monk is over here. We're gonna get into some beautiful topics today. Okay. In addition, we have some new features. You can see that we have a new scene. We have a Topic Tuesday question, which is going to be given to all the people in the chat if you would like to answer. And that is, have we killed the age of comedy? Yeah. I think it's an important question. It actually came up multiple times last week in my own personal life, and then on top of that on Twitter and other online places that I frequent. So I found it kind of interesting that it was like it was so prevalent. So I was like, let's ask the people. Let's ask the people, because I have some thoughts on it. I'm sure that Unsafe has some thoughts on it.
I have some thoughts. I have been thinking about this since you told me.
A few thoughts. And yeah, we're just going to talk about it. Anyway, so I think we'll jump into the very first topic for today. I think that number one, I think that first topic is going to be unsafe. Okay. So I want to ask, like, how are you? How are you feeling this wonderful? What is this? It's September. How was your summer? How'd you enjoy everything?
Summer was okay. It was hot. There was a lot of spotted lanternflies.
Spotted lanternflies. I don't even know what that is.
What? You haven't been hearing about all this nonsense, especially around New York? There's
I heard about something about some like insect
lanternflies, I think is the full thing. But yeah, they're an invasive species, and New Yorkers and the tri-state are literally, the government has given us permission. Kill on sight.
Damn.
Step on them, burn them, whatever you got to do. Get them out.
Okay, so I have to see what these things look like. I don't think that I've run into any spotted lanternflies myself.
Yo, they're like, it's some days they were like whatever, you only saw a couple, and I swear some days in the city it was like cicada status, where you were literally like stepping on dozens of them, just like walking around.
Oh my god. So I heard about this, but like I've never experienced it because I don't know, I'm on Long Island, so we haven't seen any, at least not that I've seen.
Go I'm sure if you go to like the images or whatever, you'll see like probably tons of pictures of like just people going to town on them. Oh, that poor guy.
Ew.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Where it's like dozens of them.
Oh my god, I would fucking flip out. What are they even eating? Well, New York is dirty as fuck. Yeah. Yeah. I was about to say New York. I'm sure they'll eat something in New York.
They got their own halal spot now.
All the fucking waste that goes to that's in this freaking city, it's crazy.
Kyle, you're making me feel conservative. I think I need to drop a button. I think I need to get some of this out there.
Not me turning people conservative. Oh shit. That's a new one. I'm like literally like
I'm saying
I'm getting
I
itchy.
felt I was too far up.
They are everywhere, everywhere. Wait, so are they still there? Because I went to the city like 2 weeks ago. I went to see Barbie. I saw like a concert in New York City. It's like right in Midtown, like right at like 42nd going in, and then we went into K Town. I did not see a
Yeah.
single spotted lanternfly. So
Like I
like,
said, I mean, I think now it's calming down, and even when I was like, like a month ago when I think it was probably at its peak,
mhm.
it was kind of like some days were atrocious and some days were fine. But either way, yeah, if you see one,
Kill
murder.
it.
Don't think about it. Don't feel bad about it. We've been given the go ahead, Kyle. This is purely approved, sanctioned murder.
The spotted lanternfly genocide has begun.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. And then on top of that, I forgot what I was gonna say. I completely forgot what I was gonna say. Oh well, you know what's actually what I hate over here on Long Island. I don't know if it happens anywhere near the city because I think that you're in like New Jersey, right, or somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. So like in my place, like after Sandy, which was like 5-6 years ago now, we started getting these cave crickets, and they're everywhere. And then every single I don't. What are you eating? Oh, yeah, that's your bone. Okay, I had to look at Lola real quick, but in either case,
my cat is over to my right making a ruckus because, of course, I'm on camera now, so she feels the need.
That's when they start doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, she wants to let me know that she needs attention and it needs to happen immediately.
Like usually whenever I start streaming, or now I've gotten her a different bed, so it's a little bit different. But before, whenever I would start streaming, she would just start humping her bed violently, and I'm like, why do you have to do this now? Like, I don't understand why this is such a thing. Immediately once I turn the camera on, but.
Yeah.
But in either case, yeah, the cave crickets every single year, they come back. I don't know, in my basement, they're everywhere. I try to kill as many as they can, and they just keep coming back. And the worst part is they are dumb. They are dumb as fuck. They are the stupidest bugs I've ever seen in my entire life. They will literally jump to the point where they'll start losing legs. And
that's impressively dumb.
Impressively dumb. And then not only that, but then they'll jump around like I guess they're looking for darkness because they look for, they get started when the light comes on, yet they do not know where to go for the darkness. So they'll just jump around wherever. And it's like, bro, you're like trying to escape. I could see you trying to escape, but it's like completely not working right now. So
yeah, I mean, I definitely don't get them that bad. I've seen a couple by me, especially because my apartment's near like a creek or whatever. So sometimes I just kind of see them out in the wild. But no, they're not. They don't bother me that much. The lanternflies definitely are more problematic. I've been trying to train Luna to kill them specifically. I mean, she's a cat, right? So like any bugs, she should be attacking, going after. But I'll specific if she kills one of those, I'll literally give her a treat and be like, yes, please, this is approved.
Love that. And then would you just give us your background in like gaming and all that other good stuff? We talk about gaming, we talk about world stuff, we talk about live stream stuff, and we talk about music stuff. So like give us just like a little background on like what you like, what you do.
Nerd stuff.
Yeah.
It's probably faster to list nerd stuff I'm not into. I never really got into 40K.
Okay.
Warhammer. I think pretty much the rest of it, I have at least some exposure to, even if I'm not fully in the scene. I guess by that definition, I know some 40K too. I don't know. D&D, Magic, games, like board games, fucking all of it.
Did you see the D&D movie?
I have not actually seen the D&D movie. I've heard it's good. It's just not something I was like committed to seeing in theaters. I'll probably watch like randomly with the homies one day on like Netflix or whatever streaming service.
It's on Amazon Prime now. I saw it this past last week, something like that. It's actually surprisingly
Yeah.
good. I didn't think that Hollywood would like.
I heard it was good. I heard it was really
Yeah,
good. I heard it was like a fun, reasonable, like action comedy.
right. It
Even if
was
you weren't like a
enjoyable.
D&D person.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And like the little like D&D additions that they threw into there
Yeah.
for like specifically for the D&D crowd were actually like they landed. It was very cool. There was this one specific NPC moment that I loved. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but
Yeah.
it's hilarious. You'll know it when you see it.
I'm sure I will.
If you're a gamer, you'll know.
Yeah, and like even the D&D community, like as a whole, was fairly receptive to it. Like the crit roll people, the Dimension 20 people were all like, "Oh yeah, no, this is like a good movie. It's good." It's kind of like how everyone was surprised. Apparently, the new One Piece live action isn't dog shit, and I haven't seen it yet. I can make no personal opinion, but I've heard it's fine, and that's good enough. Honestly.
I've shit all over that movie, and I have not looked at it at all. Like, I'm
Okay,
so
so
used to being absolutely destroyed by
my
every single live action, but
my weeb heads have told me that it's fine. My
wow.
One Piece heads have said it's fine. They're like, it's not great, but it's fine.
Okay, okay, I can take
It's
that.
not Cowboy Bebop, which don't even get me started on the live action Cowboy Bebop. It's a dark road. We'll do it.
My heart was
But
broken when I saw Ghost in the Shell because like Motoko
oh
Kusanagi
yeah,
is like one of my like I don't know if I could say idols, but like she is just a badass and like
she is the baddest.
Scarlett Johansson, while she was the best actor in that movie, it was it was still laughable. It was still a joke. It was not even close to the source material.
Bad. Like that movie had like the script of that movie is just bad.
Yeah, it was definitely the writing. The writing was just miserable. Like beyond horrible, down horrendous.
Horrible.
But in either case, then of course there was also like Dragon Ball Z, which we won't even talk. We don't even talk about.
I don't even acknowledge that.
We don't even. Yeah, we even. And then of course, even like if you want to go into like Avatar: The Last Emperor, even the American adaptations of animations are just fucking terrible. It's ridiculous. But anyway, so I am happy that I was wrong, okay? Because I definitely did previously say that the One Piece fans were getting their heads all, you know, riled up and super happy about this thing that was just about to happen for them. And I was going to say, you know, of course, the live action or the stands of those shows always make the live action shows, you know, somewhat profitable. So they usually try to make it what it is or make the best out of what it is. But yeah, I'm happy to know that it's not like, you know, people are like mad at it. Like that's a good thing. That's definitely a good thing.
Yeah, like I said, I've heard it's fine, which again I think is good enough for a live action show. At least a live action anime adaptation. Like if everyone's like, "Oh, you're fine. We don't think this is the worst thing ever made." That's a win. Take the W. Like take the W.
So now do you watch any Yeah, do you watch any live streams?
Live streams, I try and catch you whenever I can because I miss your face, and I need your beautiful velvety voice in my life more. Though I can just listen to it on the internet when I want to. It's not the same, but it's close.
True. Yeah.
I've been watching. Who else I've been watching? Well, I mean, League start for Pact was like a couple weeks ago, so I was watching a bunch of Ziz and Steel Mage and those guys. Woohoojin, who's like a Valorant streamer. I've been watching a lot of Woohoojin.
Okay.
He streams as a giant animated banana.
Oh, nice.
I'm kind of about it.
That's very unique. I like it.
And chick who used to go by Au revoir kneecaps, but she made her name more, I guess, in line with what she's doing now, called EM Young Music. She's like a composer who will do like soundtrack reactions.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I don't think I've delved into the soundtrack reaction streamer market ever. So.
I kind of like fell backwards into it because I was grabbing I was looking for music to play in the background for a D&D boss battle, and I was like, oh, I should just grab is like Bloodborne or Dark Souls music, because that's, if you want boss battle music, why wouldn't you just go there? Um, and uh, and then I sort of like stumbled into the rabbit hole of like the reaction people, and a lot of them, I mean, it's React streamers, right? Like, or React YouTubers. Like, some of them are super overblown, but I like this chick because she's like, I don't know, her reactions are pretty natural. She's like,
How much?
no, this is just cool, and I'll talk about why I think it's cool, but she doesn't have like the thumbnail face.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I do that. Wait, are you making fun of me? Oh shit.
Do you thumbnail face
I do
outside
the
of
thumbnail
thumbnail?
faces, yeah, yeah. Oh wait, no, outside of the thumbnails? Well, I mean, maybe sometimes.
I
Yeah.
understand needing to make the thumbnail face for the thumbnail, but I feel like, especially with purely React content creators, they've become so accustomed to embellishing their reactions. It's now
Yeah, it
just a
is
thing they
true.
do.
It is true. I do want to say, can I do a little shout out real quick for myself, because this is my channel
Yeah,
after all.
please.
But in either case, I am on YouTube, and I'm uploading like at least two videos a week, up to my YouTube channel. And can you do like give me an assessment of my thumbnails? I really want to know what you think.
Oh, let's do this right now. Hold on.
We're gonna
Let me bring
zoom
it up.
in, okay?
Yeah. Oh, I'm bringing it up on my thing. Hold on. Because I am subbed. Oh, I lied. I'm not subbed. I'm not subbed.
Maybe not to
I
this
really
one. I
don't
have
do-
two channels, so.
Oh, okay. That's why. I was like, what the fuck? I could have sworn I subbed. Okay.
Yeah, give me like
Let's take a look.
a grade
Like,
out
I
of
don't know.
10. All right.
I don't think your thumbnail face is too aggressive. I've seen, like, when you start like the pog face like that, then you're really hitting like peak thumbnail face.
Right though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
Asmongold has a lot of those. Yeah.
Oh, Asmund is the king of thumbnail face. At least he's self-aware enough to know that it's stupid, and he'll do it anyway. But he's the king. No, I think yours are you're still in a good spot.
Okay. A grade
And
out of
here's the
10.
thing, is
Grade.
if it ever gets so problematic that you're really like, hamming up the thumbnail face, it's probably working, and I'm not gonna fault you for getting that back.
You kind
I
of
can't
have
get that
to.
button.
You gotta excite the children
Yeah,
who are
the
playing these
youths.
games. The youths.
The youths.
But yeah. No, I want a grade out of 10. Grade out of 10. All right, give me. What are you feeling right now? You can be honest,
for your-
okay? Mm-hmm.
For the thumbnail faces, I'm gonna give you like is 10 like we've gone too far?
No. 10 is in like, as in like, I would click on this video.
Ooh, I would click on this video. I would give it like 7.38.
Okay. 7.38. We got some space to move, but that's an acceptable score. I'll take that.
Yeah. I apologize for my cat walking in front of my camera. Luna, can you not at this exact moment, please? Thank you.
Unfortunate how much we love them.
Oh, she knows it too. So she's, I'm not her original owner. Her original owner had to give her up, and just it's in some ways it warms my heart that she used to be like super scared and skittish and was like very, not comfortable in her new home, and now she realizes I'm a huge bitch and I will just acquiesce to any and all of her demands, no matter how unreasonable. And she's super comfortable. So in some ways it warms my heart, and in other ways I'm like, God damn it. It was so much easier when you were quieter and shyer, but now she's like, whatever. Do something.
So the reason why I was asking what streamers that you watch is because we had a good amount of streamer rage this past week. And Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was interesting, and I think that we should just watch it for the first time around. Okay, we're just gonna literally just watch it in all of its glory. All
Or
right.
is a word for it.
All right, here we go. This is big. Wait, no. What? I don't even know what this guy's name is, honestly. Biggest Bennis is the one that sent us this video. Oh, maybe Dan Vask. Is that what it is? No.
That's the original.
No, Dan Vask is the guy who posted it originally, and Dan Vask says Western gaming industry, and that's gaming with a GAY industry with the mighty heel versus babyface. So this is heel versus babyface. This is the guy. So we're just gonna listen to this.
I just want to say something to you, Bethesda. Just want to say a little something. There is nothing I love more. Taking my headphones off. Fuck that. Bethesda.
Taking the headphones off.
Nothing I love more than to sit down, comfy chair, turn on my PC, fire up a brand new RPG, lose myself, think, oh my god, just think of this world, just think of all the planets I can visit, all the immersive things that I can get involved with, all the
amazing
fights, all the relationships, all the
It's
people
just...
I meet, all the places I go. I'm so excited to go there. And you know, I love nothing more than, with all of that laid out in front of me, I love nothing more than to be dragged out at every fucking conceivable opportunity so you can fucking current day us.
How could they?
Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what? Fucking pronouns!
What?
Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit!
Dear God.
Fucking no! Because we're boring!
So you're telling me that everyone in the future is from California? That checks out. I think that checks out. They fuck a lot over there. They have a lot of sex.
They do.
You know. I mean, they have like what, the third highest GDP in like the world or some shit like that, and they're a state or some crap. So I mean, I could see it. California eventually takes over the world, and then they go into the space. Okay, we get it. Okay.
We're so fucking boring.
I mean, I wonder if California is a suitable launch site.
I think so. Isn't that where Tesla is? Or SpaceX or whatever?
That's the level
No, I thought
of
SpaceX
here.
launch site was in Florida by Cape Canaveral.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I just assume that. I feel like Elon's always in California, so I'm like, I guess that's where SpaceX is. That's just what I assumed.
I mean, SpaceX is like the only decent thing he does.
Fuck
That's up there. Tesla's not.
Fuck you having a good time. Fuck you falling into a world and just getting lost. No. Current fucking day.
That's right.
Fuck off. You're boring.
So
You're
indignant.
fucking dull. You have nothing to say. You are a one-hived mind twat waffle.
Yes.
That's all you fucking are.
Speaking of the
And you wonder why people are getting so fucking sick.
when's our next pod sync? You know, where we get into our cocoons and in the goo, really make sure we're in line with each other.
Oh, I think that's on Wednesday.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. I ordered the goo, so it should be coming. Amazon's delivering it. I think like
All right,
Tuesday
cool.
night or something. Okay.
I'll hit up. I got a nair off. Then I've heard it's better when you're hairless. So that's usually a full 24-hour process for me. I got a lot of body hair to get through.
Oh, you know, honestly, I wasn't even thinking about that. Maybe I should join you. We can you know, nair together.
Yeah,
that would be a good idea.
Freshly, weird smelling but hairless men.
Yeah, very smooth. That's what we want.
Can they develop a version of that doesn't reek? Not that I use Nair that frequently in my day-to-day life, but the last time I've been around it, it smells like hot dog ass, and I don't understand. I feel like
I want to ask how you know what it smells like, and I'm guessing is it an ex that or did you actually try to nair yourself at one point?
Okay, so this is double thing. One is I did have an ex who used to nair and it smelled horrible. Two is that same ex who will remain nameless, of course, did at one point request I nair and or shave my chest hair, which
Oh.
I'm an egalitarian lover. I was like, sure, if is that what you want, then yeah, whatever. We can try this out, but I'm gonna tell you that the day of might not be so bad, but the week after you're gonna look like you got attacked by like an animal because it's just gonna. You have a beard, Kyle.
Yeah.
Like the day after you shave, when the scruff comes in, is horrible. Imagine that is your whole body. It's awful.
So you're like just a
Literally the
bristle,
worst thing ever.
just like a Brillo pad.
Just like a fucking Brillo pad.
Just cause
She
friction on
already
everything.
had an extremely fair complexion and very sensitive skin. Like it was already like if we were like if I like nuzzled up on her neck, she would like start turning red. This was gonna be like a whole other thing, and I was like, I need you to know that I'm not saying no, but there's an opportunity cost to this. Class.
Iron! You take everything we love, all our emotions, all our fantasies, all our escapism, and you just can't help shovel your dog shit!
I think that he has a very good point here, because out of all my imaginational things, I've never imagined a trans person ever. Or a person who uses pronouns. Everyone who I dream about, I speak their first name. So, humongous points. Humongous points.
Do I use pronouns when I imagine people? I use a lot of first names, but I also feel like I just don't. It's like a subconscious thing. I don't even think about it. Honestly, I don't know.
You see. Well, that's the thing. They're trying to force them on us, so then we start imagining people with pronouns, and we can't do that. It's not right.
I mean, obviously, this guy's reaction to this is completely crazy. At least in terms of intensity. I think if you want to make a point of like, this is immersion breaking for me, you could probably make that point in a way that is more salient and less, baby rage.
Yeah, good point.
Obviously, this is not the person to make that.
Can we let's finish up the video. We have 20 seconds left.
Fucking
my baby.
Ideology into everything, every single solitary fucking thing.
I think that was a very good addition to what he was saying before.
Yeah, really changed the whole dynamic of what he was raging about. He starts the game again.
And then he starts it back up. So, I mean, like, seriously though, I really do think that people need therapy, and that's pretty much
therapy, dude.
That's what that's like the end all be all of everything that I'll say on this. But like, please just like seek help. I just really want people to like understand that getting this riled up over a video game is never productive in your life. Never.
Agreed.
Never. The only way that I could possibly see that it affecting your life in a positive way is if you are part of like the competitive scene. You are, like you have to be on like a like major like adrenaline rush at 100% of the time because you're trying to like be like zip zap and like sometimes people aren't listening, so you got to be like you gotta yell and get into your rage mode, or there's like feelings that spill over
around. You gotta pop off a little, you gotta flex.
Yeah, exactly, and sometimes you just gotta let go of those emotions. But however, Starfield is a single player game, and not only that, but you can completely just choose your own pronouns.
Yeah, do whatever. Like, I don't know. Again, it's one of those things where if someone wants to make a point about immersion, I don't agree with that point, but I'm sure someone could make that point in a way that is reasonable and at least like a a calm, rational argument.
But honestly, okay, so they can say it in a calmer way, but still, it doesn't make sense. Because I'm gonna tell you like this.
With it being immersion breaking, I'm just saying that
Yeah.
you can, even if I don't like your point, there is at least a point you can make like a person and an adult.
Okay. Yes.
As opposed to the pure rage.
Yeah.
I don't agree with the point of view. I think like purely, especially with games that have character customization, the point of character customization is for you to build the avatar that you see fit for the game.
Mhm.
So whatever options can be made available in that, I think, should be made available in that. Let me pick my fucking genitals, my pronouns, how much body hair I have, all of it. I want to, whether, I want as many knobs and levers and whatever to poke at, give me all of them. Because
I agree.
What I want.
I agree.
If you don't want that, then you have games that have a set protagonist that is their own character, and that character is their own. And they may be trans, they may be non-binary, they may be whatever, but that's, they may be cis, they could be whoever, whatever the fuck. But that's
careful with that word.
character.
Whoa, that's a slur now. Careful. Oh my goodness. Gotta be careful.
Cis?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whatever, fuck it.
I'm literally just. Anyway, that's what Elon said like five months ago. Anyway, so.
I know. I saw the thing. Elon, guess what, Elon? I don't even have a fucking Twitter. Fuck off.
So I just want to say,
shit to me.
I just want to make the point of, it's so funny how he contradicts himself. Ooh, I'm getting notifications. Anyway, I'm sorry about that. It's so funny how he contradicts himself in this, because number one, he says modern day us. That the pronouns are modern daying us. And if you think about it, Starfield is set in the future, correct? All right. So Starfield is set in the
continuation of today.
Of today's age. So in today's age, we're going through the entire trans, recognition, that's a word, right? Recognition.
Yeah,
I think that's a word. Yeah, that's a word. Movement, and you would think that in the future we would have finished with that entire movement. So then there would be more out trans people, and then it would be a normal question to just ask a person, hey, what pronouns do you go by? Like, I just feel like it's so funny that he wants to say you're modern daying us, yet the game is set in the future where these modern day issues would have been resolved, resulting in the things that he's seeing in the game. It's just interesting. Right. Very, very interesting.
It's so dumb in a way that, like, I think going forward for however, for whatever period of time into the future, like, we're at a point societally, culturally, as a species, where like questions of identity are only going to get more complicated.
Yeah, I mean,
this is like
we're gonna see aliens.
Baby steps.
We're like, we have our own personal spaceship. Okay, we're traveling through the galaxy. There's intergalactic federations. Okay, we're on multiple different planets. All right, and then you're gonna get mad because you saw a trans person. Like, I just don't understand why that's the craziest thing that you can't imagine in the future. Like,
what happens when like cyborgs and like that kind of thing become like, what happens if you put like a person's brain in a robot?
Which
is that's going to be way more complicated than like, oh, hey, BT Dubs, I identify as a woman. Like,
so interesting. There is also a very funny little addition to this because I've been watching a lot of Ackman. Asmongold reacts to a lot of Ackman's videos as well, and I've been watching a lot of Asmongold as well. And Ackman happened to this morning tweet a nice little supplication of the wonderful personality that is heel versus babyface. And this is what he had on Hogwarts Legacy and how people were boycotting it because of
because
J.K. Rowling's. Yeah, because J.K. Rowling has like literally the worst speaking ability possible, and she has terrible views.
I will not be berated, bullied, intimidated into not playing a game because you think it attacks you or goes against your ideology. Boo fucking who? Man up! Fucking pronouns! Boo fucking who? Man up! Fucking gender ambiguity! You think it attacks you or goes against your ideology, and you just can't help! Shovel! You are dog shit! You think it attacks you or goes against your ideology. Fucking crap! Ideology!
Whoever
everything!
edited this, I don't know if it's Ackman or if he has an editor or whatever.
Ideology goes against your ideology. Goes against your ideology. We can't see past our own fucking reflection.
Agreed.
So anyway, so that pretty much sums up how I feel as well. So
Yeah, no, I think that's a completely valid point. At least if he was consistent in his logic, which is obviously a bar too high, you could at least be like, okay, I don't agree with this person, but like this is their viewpoint and their like ideology and gay, like separate art from the artist, whatever. Let it be. Clearly that, you know, they're cherry picking, but
also I just want to say hi Pietri, what's up, man? I didn't see your messages because it's for some reason popping up on the top instead of at the bottom for me, so I was looking at the bottom of my little chat screen, but in either case
6 out of 10 for the thumbnails, Kyle.
Yeah, so he said 6. I think that Pietri is lying. I think that I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
is a tough judge.
I think he's the Russian judge.
No, every figure skating competition has the Russian judge.
Yeah, hating. Also, just like he hates saying that Star Rail is worse than Genshin. So,
is Star Rail worse than Genshin? I don't play either, so I have no horse in this race.
It's not. No, Star Rail. Well, I'll say this: Star Rail and Genshin have pros and cons, and both of them are very good games. So. That's how I'll say it.
I don't think I'll play either of them because I don't need another money pit in my life. But
you don't have to spend money.
It's not that I.
But you'll be pressured to.
I will. Kyle, we both play Path, and I know what your MTX and my MTX collections look like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but that's Path, okay? Path gives me a lot of enjoyment, all right?
Listen, I'm not saying Path. I'm not saying I don't feel like that money isn't well spent. I'm saying that I don't need another thing to do that with.
I guess, yeah. I guess you have a point.
I have Path, I have Magic, I have the rest of my life.
So... I mean, as far as it goes, though, Bethesda is doing very, very well. We don't have any official figures yet. However, Starfield is being received very, very well. Have you looked at any of the gameplay yourself? Or have you played it?
I have. I've watched
some
streams of it. I will probably end up playing it on Game Pass because I don't feel like spending like $70 on it or whatever.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'll Game Pass it once Armored Core 6 is done owning my life.
So you're in Armored Core 6. I really want that game.
Oh, dude. Okay.
I really do.
So quick backstory. Armored Core is actually how I originally knew about FromSoft. Armored Core 2 and 3 were very large games from my childhood. Because I was, I got one game a year via mom and dad when I was growing up. So whatever those games ended up being, I would play them to death. And Armored Cores 2 and 3 were among those games. So I played a shit ton of them. So when 6 got announced, I was like, I am basically going to be dead to the world for at least 3 or 4 days when this game comes out. And that was
yeah,
I basically went into full goblin mode and just sat at my desk, only getting up to like eat and poop.
So I used to play this game called Virtual On Sega Saturn, and I feel like a lot of people.
I never played it.
Okay, I feel like a lot of people have never heard of it. And it was a brilliant game. It was a fighting game where you decided on which mech that you wanted to choose, and each mech has their own abilities, and you would fight. There were a couple other instantiations of Virtual On past the Sega Saturn, but I never really played them. So when I saw Armored Core, I did not know about Armored Core. There's been 6 versions of this game, apparently 6 sequels, and I have not
there's a lot
seen
more. So
even
it's like,
one.
It's like Call of Duty in that the numbers don't mean anything.
Oh, nice.
I think there's
I love that.
11.
I love how like in today's
Armored Cores?
age, everybody wants to just like go back to just like we want to completely just reverse all of the numbers that we had. You know, we do it with all the movies.
Yeah.
You know, we do it with all the what's the game that's just about to come out that Resident Evil does it constantly now. Like
Resident Evil does it all the time. The new Mortal
constantly.
Kombat is
Mortal Kombat. Yes,
1.
that's exactly what I was thinking. Mortal Kombat. Yes.
What was I gonna say? No, so Armored Core is consistent in at least how their numbering works. So there'll be a mainline Armored Core, right? And then that mainline Armored Core will have anywhere between 1 and 3 spin-off games, because back in the day you couldn't update the game, so they would just essentially like just be an expansion. You know, there'd be Armored Core 3. Well, I don't remember what the subtitle was for the third one, but it was like, you know, they would have new parts, some new missions, some whatever, but it would be still basically the same base game and base like engine, whatever, and your stuff would carry over. So that's why there's like a billion of them. So, you know, every one of them had 2 or 3 of those kind of games. And then, you know, that's how you end up at 6, even though there's like 11 or 12.
Okay. Understood. But yeah, I was watching this over here, Ollie43 playing some playing some Starfield, and he has a really nice video showing 37 minutes of gameplay, just straight gameplay. And while I feel like I'll just say that although I thought that Bethesda was going to Bethesda in this game, and it was going to look like essentially like Fallout 4, I'm pleasantly surprised by like all the graphics, from everything that I've seen about all of the universe and the travelable places. Like it looks really nice. Looks really nice.
So here's this is like a me thing. While I think what they've achieved technically is fantastic. I think it looks fun. I will end up playing it at some point. A lot of the mystique of Starfield is lost on me because maybe 6 months ago, like the beginning of this year, roughly, I finally came back to No Man's Sky, which I had not played since. Kyle, your messages are coming up on my.
I forgot, that I can't go through my DMs because I'm grabbing from Discord. Rest in peace.
Did you just hear my cat complain at me, by the way?
No, I didn't.
Or did oh, thank God, my noise gate cut it out. She just cried at me like she's dying. Anyway,
she's
I went back
dying.
to No Man's Sky, and a lot of what Starfield is trying to achieve, I think No Man's Sky has achieved, simply because, like, obviously that game came out in a horrible state. I haven't played it since release, and then a bunch of people kept telling me, hey, it's good now. Like, the game is worthwhile now. You should really, like, give it a fair shake. And it is. It's a really good game now. Hello Games has done a lot for that game for free. And a lot of the complaints I'm seeing on Starfield, like the planets are kind of barren and like super like outside of whatever your, you know, the marker is, like, or like very like generic and whatever. Like No Man's Sky had a lot of those same complaints, and I think is a lot better now because it's had the time to fix all of that stuff. Obviously, it doesn't look as good as Starfield. It does not have this level of fidelity. I
hear that the update's good. I hear the update's good. I hear that the No Man's Sky update is good, but I've never played it myself.
Cool. Like now, they just put out a new update. So in No Man's Sky, you can literally get your own like capital ship, like a big fuck off freighter to
That's also weird.
Use as like a home base, and you can fly around in it and build like a bunch of, you know, rooms and like basically turn it into a mobile base. And now they introduced freighter on freighter combat, so now you can put a bunch of guns on it and have a full like Star Wars style like you warp in with like 8 of your homies on your big ass capital ship and go nuts. That's cool. That's a fun thing. To add to a game like that. I haven't played this update, but like, you know, it's the advantage of having what is it now, like 5 or 6 years of updates to just like slowly add a bunch of features on. I don't know if Starfield's gonna have those same kind of legs. I don't know if Bethesda's plan is to live services up like that. My guess is no. That's not really their game style. I mean, I know they tried it with Fallout 76, but let's be honest, Fallout 76 is kind of a fucking joke. Sorry for the 3 people that still play that game. But yeah, I don't think that's their plan. But I think as a single player experience, it'll probably be amazing. It'll be fun. You'll get to do all the space things you want to do. Here's the real question, Kyle. Are you gonna be a good person in Starfield, or are you gonna be a huge asshole?
I mean, in Starfield, I always in video games I always go the good route, and then I play again, and then I kill everything. So I'm sure that it'll.
I need one round where
sure
I
it's gonna be
like
the same.
a human, and then I need one where I'm the scuba leader.
So yeah, I'm sure that's gonna happen. Also, you were talking about Game Pass before. Funnily enough, this was brought to me by PA last week, and I was planning on getting the Game Pass $1 a month promotion for the first month. And they took it away right before Starfield came out, dude. And they were so smart about that because this is the game that would make me buy Game Pass. So they
100%.
made a very good decision, but also they're scumbags. They're fucking dicks.
Say hi to the camera, guys. This is okay. You don't. Want to be okay. I see. Okay.
Oh yeah, she did not enjoy that, although she wanted the attention. That was so funny.
Did not want to be on camera. I'm sorry, little one.
I definitely heard a cry too. There was one that was just like, meow! I was like, oh
She's
damn.
so- she's like, she just cries like she's been abused.
Oh my god. But yeah, so you can no longer claim a trial of Xbox Game Pass for $1, just days ahead of Starfield, the year's biggest Microsoft launch. The option has been removed from Microsoft's Game Pass sign-up website, and now you must simply pay the full amount for your first month. And the worst part about it is that they did this completely silently too. They did not announce anything. They didn't say anything. They were just like, listen, y'all, it's not happening. And they just moved it. So unfortunately, if you were trying to be smart like me, you waited too damn long because it's coming out tomorrow and there's nothing you can do about it now. So
yeah, I already have Game Pass, and like I said, I will be playing Starfield on Game Pass. I don't know if it's gonna be my immediate next game. I guess it should be because I don't know how long it'll be on Game Pass for free because I know they can rotate that inventory out. I did kind of want to go play some Baldur's Gate and be a fantasy slut for a while, but I guess I might have to settle for being a space slut. I don't know.
That's like what I was talking about that.
But Starfield, is this a thing?
I don't think so. I don't think it's possible. Bethesda,
Baldur's Gate has
why can't we have sex in space?
I don't know why you can't have sex in space. And if Baldur's Gate has proven anything, it's that gamers just want to bone weird things.
I want to have like full on no gravity sex.
Stuff, you will have a top tier game.
I feel like if they gave us no gravity sex, that would be revolutionary, and like people would 100% regard Starfield as like the best game in modern day culture. I'm just saying. I've never even seen it in like. Why don't we have? Why I have never even seen a and I've watched a lot of The Expanse. Where's the no gravity sex? Who hasn't had no like? Actually, I think there was one Xener in The Expanse. I think there was one. Anyway, no gravity sex. Anyway,
no gravity sex. We'll put it on the bucket list, Kyle.
We need it. And yes, like you were saying, if Baldur's Gate has shown us anything, it's like let us have sex with all the NPCs, and then we will buy your game. Like it'll just fuel everything that you want for your project. I'm just saying.
Listen, if there's one thing that gamers are, it's weirdly horny. even if they have partners. We're just apparently a horny bunch.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Degenerates, I would say.
All of us, we're all degenerates.
So what I want to know is now going to be Bethesda's golden age? Because we've had a lot of great Bethesda games, correct? We've had the Elder Scrolls. All right. They did their little foray into online gaming. Not really that great. But the Fallout series overall is very well lauded. I personally get annoyed with Fallout because I'm not a VATS system person. I just don't like the VATS. It's like I just want to shoot things. Like, just let me shoot it. Like, don't like pause the game in the middle of my shooting. Like, I don't want to do that.
That's fair.
So, but we do have another humongous, like this is humongous. Starfield is a humongous game, humongous scope, humongous abilities of doing things that we haven't done in games previously, or at least previously the only other game that had come close was No Man's Sky. But now we also have the upcoming Elder Scrolls 6, which I think is going to...
I'm calling in air quotes, homie. That's... It's 2028?
That's what they're projecting, 5 years. I think that by 2029, I think that we'll definitely have it. I think that it's actually going to come out earlier, honestly. I think 2027, 2026. We might start seeing stuff about it.
I think 2029 is the right answer. I don't think it's coming out earlier.
I just have hope, or at least that we'll start seeing more development on it. Because
we'll definitely they'll start. I think they'll start the hype train midway through 2027.
Because like
but that's still years from now.
Years, but listen, years go quicker the older that you get. Honestly, like 5 years now, like that's.
I don't need the reminder, Kyle.
I just need to sleep, and then 5 years goes by. So I mean, and boobs, Peach. Yes, boobs also sell games as well. Yes. Who was I talking about this with? How we should have jiggle physics on guys' packages. I feel like
my God. Dangle physics? You want dangle physics?
I just feel like, I feel like that's like where we're going, like with all the horny stuff that we're getting in video games. I feel like we will see it soon. I personally don't think that I want to see it, but I will accept it, and I feel like it would be an interesting addition to the gamer culture. So,
as a heterosexual man, I will say I will fully support dangle physics if we are back on the boob physics train. It's both or nothing.
When did boob physics ever disappear, though? That's my question.
As someone who plays a lot of fighting games, but fighting games I think were the most guilty of it. They went from literally cartoonish to basically non-existent. I think fighting games especially have made a lot of efforts to tone down how sexualized their female characters are.
I mean, I can see that. I can definitely see how they can. In terms of
I've made efforts to tone down how sexualized all of the female cast was. They'll always have like one or two that's like their thing is like I'm the sexy character, but it will be the one or two as opposed to every fucking woman on the cast.
I mean, have you seen Jax in Mortal Kombat 1?
I don't think so.
Jax is double cheeked up in Mortal Kombat 1. Did you not see this?
Oh, he caked up?
He's ridiculous. Like, and like, I feel like it's just, it's where we're going.
Now I'm gonna take a quick look.
Hold on, I'm looking at it. We're all gonna watch this. We're all gonna watch this on stream right now. Here it is. Okay, so.
Raiden, show me who did it. She kind of bad though. Is that Frost? Raiden, show me who did it. She kind of bad though. Is that Frost?
Look at that. Oh, I mean, come on. Come on. Now there's no jiggle physics on it. It looks kind of stiff. However, that's like a few shaders, a few modifiers, I feel like it's coming.
That's a man with a booty.
And then I also just want to see, like, in Soul Calibur. Let's see, because I feel like Soul Calibur is the king of like major fighting games that always had jiggle physics. No matter, like Ivy has always been like
Ivy was pretty guilty of it for like 4 generations of Soul Calibur. Her and Taki were both pretty bad.
Yeah. Look at this. Come on. It's there. The jiggle physics are there. They're there. Now, it depends on the game, because certain games don't go into the jiggle physics. Certain games don't. But I think that we need to start thinking about booty physics, though. Like, we need the cheek physics. Because not only in men, okay? No, or not really in men. But, you know, like, we have such a focus on the chesticle area, you know? Like, I feel like it could be in the cheekicle area as well. I'm just saying.
You want to know why?
Why?
It's because a lot of games your character's facing you. You're seeing the fronts of characters.
I guess that's true. But think about Genshin Impact or Honkai Star Rail.
I mean, I'm not saying you can't have those things in Genshin Impact or Honkai Star Rail, but what I am saying is several characters in both those games look very young to me. No,
that is very true, and I always hate that too. I'm like, why is this person 14? I don't want this. I don't want this in my fucking game. Like, please.
I don't even. It's just like, no, it's fine. They're 19. No, like 25 minimum. I want this motherfucker out of college.
It should bothers me to no end. Okay, but anyway, speaking of pedos, question mark.
What's your favorite game?
I don't know.
That was probably an inappropriate time for a bit. But anyway, thank you so much, Tricky, for the 2 bits. Probably inappropriate. Well, anyway, so speaking of, also I didn't show this as well, but upcoming Elder Scrolls, we are gonna be projected to see that in 2028. All right, everything that we know about the next Return to Tamriel. I just want to go over this article real quick. We aren't expecting Bethesda to release any real Elder Scrolls 6 information until well after Starfield's September release. So that's very expected. I don't think that, like, Starfield is going to be the biggest game Bethesda comes out with for a long time. But I think it will fill up that space between Starfield and Elder Scrolls release very well. And other than that, we have Phil Spencer over here. In June 2022 and during Microsoft's 2023 hearing with the FTC, Phil Spencer said that it's 5+ years away. So we'll look a little bit at the trailer if you guys have not seen it.
Trailer by
The trailer really shows us a whole lot of nothing.
We got some mountains and an ocean.
Yep.
And a title.
And that's it. That's all we got. I remember when I saw that over at the, I forget what press conference it was. Actually, just read it, right? It was in June. What was that? It wasn't E3 because E3 wasn't last year. I forget where we saw this. Was it at Games?
Yes, maybe.
I don't know. But I remember I got so hyped up, but I was so upset that it was just like mountains, and that's pretty much it. So, strong teaser trailer though. I'm very excited for this. I never actually completed. I'm probably gonna get like hate mail for this, but like I never actually completed Elder Scrolls 5. So,
like, you didn't complete
Skyrim,
the story?
Never finished it. I tried multiple times
like,
too. I just never finished it.
This is a personal opinion. I think with like big open world games like Elder Scrolls, like Starfield, like Fallout, you don't want to complete the story. Like, no one gives a shit. You're there for, you know, whatever random side content brings you joy.
And it's so funny that you say that, because I literally never unlocked the second Dragon Shout until like my 5th or 6th playthrough of the game. Because like every single time I would it would be like, welcome to Tamriel or whatever the fuck. You get off the fucking horse cart, you do the dragon shit, and then like after that I'm like, oh, look at this entire world. Let me explore everything. So then I get so then I just walk, and you know, and I find all the different places, and I just kill all the different monsters, and I pay no attention to the story whatsoever. So I think that's just my gamer ADD though. So it was definitely a good game. I just never finished it. Period.
I mean, honestly, if that's what you want, well, you should still play Starfield. I think you seem excited and you're gonna like it. Give No Man's Sky a try. The whole game is just wandering.
You see, is there damage in No Man's Sky? Is there gunplay in No Man's Sky? Because I also need to shoot things.
I won't say that the combat is great, but it is there. Space combat is much better than on foot combat. The space combat is fun. The on foot combat is there.
Because I say this all the time. I'm like, literally, when it comes to gaming, I'm like smooth brain, like zero brain. Like, just give me a gun and I just want to shoot things. And if I don't shoot things, I just want to have powers and make them do ridiculous amounts of damage. That's the main thing that gets me to play a video game, and I can't get out of it. I wish I could. But there are a couple of games that are coming out now that are like more story driven that I'm enjoying. Oxenfree. I want to.
I've heard good things about Oxenfree. Haven't played it, but I've heard good things.
Yeah. It's actually it's fairly cool. It's very choice driven, story driven. Not at all the games that I would normally go for, but definitely very good. Also, what's that game that I has the soundtrack that everybody talks about? Oh my god, it's like a pixel. Undertale. Thank you, Undertale. So Undertale is different because Undertale, I think, is something I've seen the combat in Undertale, and I feel like I would actually enjoy that. But once again, I just never played it. And it's simply because I just don't, I don't have a gun and I can't like get like crazy powers and shoot people. I don't know.
I mean, anyway. you can get pretty strong in Undertale.
Yeah.
Doing so may cause you to feel like human scum, but you can do it.
Oh. Don't give me any spoilers.
That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'll say.
Okay. Because we will play Undertale and we'll play it on stream. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but it's definitely going to happen eventually. But as we were trying to segue before, speaking of pedo jokes.
Oh, we're past Bethesda. I'm
sorry.
Oh
yeah. Sorry, Bethesda. Anyway, so Twitch previously had banned a streamer, Hydra Season, after he made some horrendous remarks on stream. Recently, I think that it was it was like 2 days ago, 3 days, on the 31st. What was that? That was like 5 days ago. They unbanned him, and I just have some things to say about that, because like it was like a rare Twitch W with the whole banning situation when they actually banned him for that, in my opinion. And they just reverted, and then they let him back onto the platform. This was during a Fortnite gaming session. All right, y'all. So just take a look at this guy.
Fucking retard. Oh my god. We start. No, I like kids. Well, I swear to God, I do. All my life, I'm a little child predator. What, bro?
Dang.
Anyway, so I feel like there's no reason why you would say something like that unless it was an actual confession. That's like how I feel. That's how I feel about that. Actually, no, we're gonna keep his face on screen. We're gonna keep his face on screen.
I feel like it is either an actual self-report, and this person needs to immediately, at bare minimum, seek some serious mental help. Or if it's not a self-report, That's a weird comment to make, and you should probably also seek some mental help.
Because, like, I want to know who laughed at that. Who heard that and was like, "Oh!" Who, like, is that the joke? And this is going to tie into our wonderful topic of the day today. If you want to respond in chat, or if you want to, there's also a call-in feature that you can redeem only on Twitch. And you can let me know how you feel about that. Have we killed the age of comedy? Is this funny and I just don't get it? I don't care what you say, by the way. It's not funny. But if you do think that it is funny, I am curious to hear how it is. Cause like he literally is just saying, like, it's almost like he's speaking a fact. Okay, let's listen to it one more time.
I'm a little child predator. What, bro? Predator.
I'd rather
What,
not,
bro?
but yes, we can.
Kids, well, I swear to God I do. All my life I'm a little child predator. Kids, well, I swear to God I do. All my life I'm a little child.
I touch kids. I swear to God, all my life I'm a little child predator. Is that a joke? I don't know. I mean, actually, I do know, and it's not. It's just not. It's a statement. I don't know. Don't worry, guys. It's humor. I don't know. I feel like there's no way that would ever come out of my mouth unless it was a confession. There's no way.
Do we know how old this guy is? I don't actually know.
I don't. I know that he's.
Serious.
I think that he's over 18. I want to say. Let's look. Hydra season age. 19 it says, according to Twitch.
Okay. So giving this person an extreme amount of benefit of the doubt, which I don't know if they deserve, but to give them the most charitable version of this I possibly could. The most charitable version of this I could possibly give them is, we're calling 19-year-old baby unsafe. When you're 19, sometimes you just say dumb shit, and you don't.
I mean, yes.
You don't fully understand the impact of saying something that preposterously dumb, or you're trying to be edgy, cool, or whatever. That's the most charitable version of this. I don't know if that's what this is, but that's the most charitable version. I don't think, at least for this specifically, I don't think this is a generational thing. Like, where it's like, oh, this is what the youths think is funny, and I'm just a decaying, skeleton on the side of the digital internet highway. I think this is just, again, the charitable version of this is someone trying to be edgy and doing a really shitty job at it.
I can see that. Okay. Yeah.
Again, that's being as charitable as I can.
The most benefit of the doubt.
I do try and give some of the younger streamers, like like Ice and N, Speed, and all these kids that are like blowing up on Twitch and shit now. When they do stupid shit, I try and remember, it's just like, in my brain, I'm like, if you gave me that kind of money and clout as a teenager, I'd probably have done a bunch of dumb shit too.
That's true. That's true.
Ridiculous amount of dumb shit. I have the hindsight of age and time and whatever, but I was fairly dumb. I don't know, clear through like 25. Like, I don't know. I was still like reckless as fuck. Maybe not this level of I'm trying to be edgy, but definitely still there were rough edges that I needed to work on for.
All all I'm gonna say is just that maybe it was just the way that I was raised, but no matter what age I was, if a person ever said this to me or said this in front of me, I'm going the other direction. I'm not staying near you.
Well,
I'm not talking
I don't
to
know
you.
if I
I'm
would've-
just not. All right, hold on real quick.
Yeah.
All right, Lola is now in jail.
Oh, poor puppy.
Yep, she knows it too. It's so funny too, because like, if she goes to jail, she goes to timeout with, and it's like something that she thinks that she didn't do wrong. She protests, but when she does something that she knows is wrong, she like just puts her head down and she doesn't say anything. It's so funny.
I'm not gonna lie, Kyle. I was very sad. I was gonna try and redeem enough cookies to make you come back to a 1-minute disgusting ASMR.
No, please, not like this. But
I thought about it, but I didn't have enough.
Hi, Cordial, by the way. What's up? Welcome back. We have a special guest this stream, the wonderful Unsafe Monk. And
Cordial, hello.
but yeah, I literally, if someone had ever said this to me, I would have literally like deaded all communication with. It doesn't depend. It doesn't matter if it's a joke or anything, because like there are certain things that I feel like you just shouldn't talk. You know, you just shouldn't joke about. And I think that this chat has seen this happen. This chat has seen this happen too. And like, I just
my most edgy version of I'm trying to be edgy. Would I ever have made this joke?
I can understand, jokes about, AIDS, jokes about cancer, although they're still horrendous. But like when it goes to like pedophilia, I just like, I don't know, it just like hits me in such a way that like I don't know, I just automatically put you as like one of the nastiest fucking scumbags on this earth, and that's just what happens. So I don't know. In either case, I hope he learns.
I mean, learning is always the, assuming that this is just a terrible joke. Again, learning is the best outcome. We talked about this before. Go.
Dear God, please.
Go talk to a professional. Figure out whatever you got going on that makes you want to say shit like that, and then don't.
Yeah, and then don't. Exactly. But speaking on streamers, actually, the most popular streamer, you just mentioned him, Kai Cenat, he just had a little freak out on stream, and fans are now worried. Yeah. He was playing Fall Guys apparently, and actually, you guys we'll see.
From this situation, what am I taking it from this, bro? Why the am I playing this, bro? All of you, everything that you guys stand for, bro. All you losers, bro. Y'all, bro. I'm done with this, bro. You, you dumbass. You, you, dead ass, bro. I hate y'all, bro. Why the am I staying up for 10 hours, huh? Every time I put my time out, I fucking is. Every time, bro. That's what I see.
Not a Doja moment.
Kingdom. I hate all of you, bro. You, bro. You guys have no life, bro. That's why y'all never get paid. Fuck you.
Damn, that dude was heated for a minute.
So he went off, man. He went off.
Okay. I did not see that previously, but all right. My boy had a moment.
And I think that this like opens up a discussion, in my opinion, for like what exactly is streaming to these large numbers of people doing to us psychologically. Like, is it healthy? Or I think that we all know that it can be unhealthy, but like, especially when you're so young, like, is it like unobjectively affecting us in a bad way?
So I think
I'm sorry,
fame
objectively,
in-
objectively, if I can
in general is unhealthy. Like, especially at a young age. There's a reason a lot of child stars like really have some really rough teenage to young adult years. Like, there's more than a few instances of child stars, drugs, alcoholism, the whole fucking nine. I think streaming is much the same. I think streaming is in some ways worse because the nature of streaming means you're interacting with your fan base nearly constantly, whereas like
Yeah.
you're a movie or music star, it's less constant. But I still think in both cases it's I think there is a level of fame and sort of recognition that I don't think people like as like a species are equipped for. Unless you're, at least at an age that young where you don't have, perhaps the resources or the mental and emotional clarity to understand that you need to separate yourself to some extent. Like Cordial brought up the Doja thing, and as much as like I think it's somewhat entertaining to watch Doja tell her fans like, "Nah, whatever, fuck off."
Yeah, fuck you. I hate y'all bitches. Yeah.
Though that being said, the tracks off her new album do sound a lot better than I think what her last couple of albums.
I hate the new song what is it, Demon or whatever? It's actually bad.
Painted Down Red I didn't like as much, but I like Attention a lot. I think Attention's a good song. But that being said,
I don't know that song. I'll have to listen.
I think that's in legitimately what I think she's doing is for her own mental health. She's like, I have to separate myself from fame because I think she at some point she came to realize it was destroying her.
Yeah. I think that like one major thing that people need to understand is that you need to have a foundation of people who are truly there for you. Not just there to be a groupie, not just there to, hang around the fame and try and leech off the clout. You need to have people who are actually, well-intentioned and can act as mentors or at least advisors, that you will accept that mentorship and advisorship from. That was one of my major things before I wanted to promote my songs and put them into actual ads. Actually, I still haven't done it, but now I'm starting to get back into the music scene over here and starting to see the people who are really showing up for me more and more and more. And it's starting to get to that point where I'm feeling comfortable to do it. But before that, a lot of people will just pump money into things or will continue to advertise and garner more viewership. But they don't have that foundation that they need in order to, really supplement a healthy lifestyle. Because like you said, you need to detach. If there's 100,000 people, 150,000 people at any one moment trying to figure out what you're doing, where you are, how to get in touch with you, sending you DMs, wanting to play games with you, wanting to send you music.
At your house, at the grocery store, at your parents.
Wanting to collab, and even at a certain point, it's no one single person can handle all of that attention. So like if you don't detach yourself from that, then it will, give you some really deep-seated issues mentally.
Cordial, I do also miss Doja making meme songs about cows. Featured in the chat.
I was never really a humongous Doja, fan. I heard, of course, "Bitch, I'm a Cow." Like that was legendary. So like everyone,
"Bitch, I'm a Cow" is iconic.
Yeah, everyone heard that.
There's literally no other word for that. That shit is iconic.
Some of her best ones. Yeah, honestly. But I feel like a lot of that is because of the novelty and because since she wasn't pumped up by this, previous celebrity fame or current celebrity fame, it comes off more genuine. So I think that if she were to come out with something like that now, it just
her having fun and goofing around, and it feels like a thing that someone just made because they thought we're having fun one night.
Right.
But yeah, I think I think you're right. I think having this is again something that you'll see with celebrities that are more mature. Is they clearly have like a group of friends, be it other celebrities or not, or people that they're certain are just like are there for them as people, not as famous people.
Yeah, exactly.
And I want you to know,
Exactly.
Kyle, that I'm here for you as a person.
Aw.
Despite when you blow up, you'll still just be Kyle to me. That being said,
I
I
hope
need you to
so.
come to Jersey and wingman for you. I don't want to leech off the clout. I want to leech off your face. I need you.
You want me to wingman for you? Because I
You're the
will. I
perfect
totally
wingman.
will.
You're
Yeah,
handsome, and the women will
100%.
talk to you, and then they'll realize that they have nothing to offer you. And
And then you'll be the only option at that point. Yes, exactly.
exactly. This is what I need in my life.
Oh man, dude, I'll 100% do that. 100%. Listen.
No,
Just
what I
text
really
me.
need to do is I need to drag my ass to the city for one of your shows. I've been meaning to, and I just like life is fucking awful when you're
No, no, no.
But-
It's okay. No, don't worry. I actually have not been really performing lately because
I know, but there was like a couple
I've
of
just been
shows, like I don't know, 6 months ago,
Yeah.
10 months ago, something like that.
I've just been going out to just just open mics and just like putting my
Yeah.
feet back into the water because it's so funny how quickly like, and it's not necessarily people forget about you, but it's like all the people who you're friends with just go on with life. Life just takes over. You get a family, you have bills, you have cars, you have, a job that sucks up probably 70% to 80% of your time each week. And like, it's just, there's only so much that you can split yourself up, and there's no more partying. There's no more, going out, with the exception of like maybe the 2 or 3 times a month that you'll go out to like a bar with a few, long-term acquaintances. And what can you really do about that? But now I have to like find a new audience, and like that's the most difficult part, because when I was in school, the audience was right there. Like I could just like walk outside, walk to my friend's dorm, and like boom, like you have a person
You
who
could
has
perform
free time.
at Tabler Cafe.
Right,
and,
yeah. I
and
miss
the
those
homies would
days.
roll through.
Yeah, I miss those days. But like,
dude, me too.
it's difficult now. But all you can do is just keep on moving. But that's why for this past year and a half, more than a year and a half now, like 18 months, actually 20 months, because that's my current gym and diet streak. What up,
Ooh, good for you.
bitch? Yeah, I'm actually very proud about that. But yeah, so like that that was like what I was doing for this past 20 months. I've just been going back out, finding those people again who love live music, who want to be out there, and it's been a slow road, but it always is when you're doing things organically,
Yeah.
But yeah, so I just hope that Kai, gets over it. You can actually see a tear rolling down his cheek, and I'm not like going to go back to the video so that we can like zoom in on it, but like it actually really hurt me like to see that, because the dude is 100% on top. He is on top. There's no higher that you can get than Kai right now, and not only is he like the youngest to do it.
Nice to see a young person of color like
Right
on top of the streaming scene, because streaming is kind of uneven, I think, for us brown folk. It's not that we don't exist, but
the
we're
vastest levels of what was that word that you used? Unbalanced? It wasn't unbalanced. What was?
Yeah,
unfair, uneven. Yes, the vastest levels of uneven.
Because there are, he's not the only successful, person of color streaming. There's a few,
Mhm.
but again, it's uneven. And it was good. It was super cool to see, especially because he's so young, and be like, good. I'm happy, like, the Gen Alphas, we're even beyond Gen Z. The Gen Alphas will have like someone like that in the streaming world as like a figurehead. But I understand it's that's a lot of pressure to put on. What is he, like 19 or 20? Like he's young too, right?
Yeah, I think I want to say he's like 20. I want to say he's 20.
Yeah, like that's real young to have all that pressure on you.
And they're saying that your mic is low, so let's raise that up a little bit.
My mic is low. I mean, I'm leaning a little. I can sit up like a big boy.
I'll just pump you up in Discord. That's fine. Speak again.
Testing.
No, that should be like really, really loud. Do you guys hear that?
Cordial is the richness of my voice coming through.
So much better. Okay, good.
Is that a frog?
What? I am curious.
Okay, word. I didn't know I needed that in my life, but I'm happy it's there. Okay, cool.
Oh, you know what? I just realized on this new scene that I created, I didn't put chat. I'm kind of sad about that. We're gonna have to fix that. Next topic Tuesday, we'll have the chat popping up on screen. Anyway, so the Loch Ness monster. I can kind of see that.
Is it Nessie throwing it back? I don't know. I kind of preferred if it was a frog. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Nessie has a tail. That's why I think it's a frog. But I do know. I don't know. Is that a custom one, Kyle? I do know you do be playing the Apex.
Oh, what's a custom? Oh no, that's not mine.
All right.
Yeah, that's someone else's. That I don't know. I can't inspect it on this chat that I have, sadly. So I don't know what it is. Because now I don't use Twitch chat anymore. I use Restream chat.
Look at you.
Yes, sir.
So fancy.
You know. But as far as it goes, more on streamer craziness. There is a streamer, a Spanish streamer, that lost $60,000 on stream after accidentally exposing his private crypto keys. And Cordial, I know that I've seen those before. Yes, I've seen those ones. But yeah, so this is wild to me. Because I mean, like, number one, you should know, like, don't show your private stuff on stream. Like, that's just the number one thing, unfortunately.
Listen, I mean, even the biggest streamers make this mistake. Like, at some point, shit just happened. What was it? Atrioc? What was it? Like a few months ago, had like the whole AI porn scandal where he alt-tabbed into a porn browser.
I did not hear about this. No, wait, what is this?
Atrioc, he's a streamer. He's tied with like Ludwig and Cutie Cinderella and that whole like sub crew of streaming. There you go.
AI. Oh, in January?
Yeah,
the fellow streamers. Yes. And then they went into a whole thing about the deep fakes. Yes. Yeah, because Pokemon, yep. I remember this.
Like, and he was a pretty, Atrioc pretty sizable streamer at the time. Like, he had just like, I think he was like streaming to like a couple thousand people.
Oh my god, I forgot this video. With his wife in the background, right? I think that's his wife. Yeah, and she's looking at him like, you motherfucking bitch ass.
Well, the funny thing is so I used to watch Atrioc. He started to make a comeback. It doesn't quite feel right for me to go back to it. I don't know if I will. We'll figure that out at some later point if I think he's actually done enough to absolve himself, but maybe not absolve, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where he used to work for NVIDIA and he quit his job like 2 months before this happened. It was like, I'm going full time.
Oh.
And
unfortunate.
And I was like, dude,
I mean, like, at the same time, like, he paid for that. He this is not like, oop, I went onto the wrong website. This is like, damn, y'all found me out. Like, and that's the weirdest part about it.
His actions. I think, again, being extremely charitable. If I was the most charitable version of this is like, you know, if you want to watch some weird porn, and I don't think that deepfake porn is particularly ethical, but whatever, kinks are kinks. People are into some weird shit. If that's your jam, why the fuck are you doing it on your streaming computer? Like, you don't got a
Right.
laptop or a tablet, homie. That
Use your
you keep
phone.
aside.
Come on, brother.
Like, let's be fucking practical about it. Like if I want to watch, like if I'm out here, you know, watching fucking some wild ass like hentai or something, I'm not putting that shit on main. Hey, you put that, you have a separate device for that.
Listen, we can all be demons sometimes, and you should hide them.
Yeah.
You should definitely.
And again, we talked about this before with Baldur's Gate. Gamers are horny.
True.
We're the most accepting of your horn attitude.
Of your
And
horn.
we're like, yo, too far, you fucked up. You fucked up.
I just want to say, like, these are the statements that he's made. I was not expecting to talk about Atrioc today, but I'm 100% willing. So he says, it's true. It's 100% true. I looked at a deepfake porn video of streamers. It's disgusting. It really is disgusting. It's wrong. Then he says, I really want women on Twitch to feel safer. And then I got morbidly curious. I clicked on, no, you didn't. You paid for something, brother. I don't support this stuff. I regret it. I would never do it again as long as I live. And he says, I just clicked the fucking link at 2 a.m. and the morals didn't catch up to me. Referring to AI deepfake porn, I don't believe in it. I don't stand for it. And then he says, there's no excuse. I really am sorry, most of all to the people in the community I let down. I really hate myself for making this mistake. So, like,
I mean, the last statement is definitely the truest thing. 100%.
I mean, it might be true, but I hate that statement so much. Like, that statement is so worthless to me. It's like, I don't care if you hate you. Like, I care about the damage that you've done, and you hating yourself is not going to affect that damage whatsoever. You know, like, you can express your
I will give
remorse.
him credit for, and this is one of the only reasons I would consider picking his stream back up, is I know in the months since he has done a fair amount of work to help female streamers or any streamer get content like this removed off the internet. He was paying for a legal service for a while to help, but the last I read about this, because I have a curiosity with deepfakes and like AI generated technology, so this has always kind of been like in the periphery of things I've been reading about. But he started working with a company that originally only serviced OnlyFans and porn star creators for getting their content removed off of websites that they don't want it to be on, whether it was AI generated or legitimate. And he basically had them like paid for them to do it for any and all streamers. He was like, hey, why don't we just expand your market to any female streamer who doesn't want their face used in shit that they don't want their face used on. And that apparently has been super effective in getting content like this scrubbed off the internet and taken down.
Well, that's good. Yeah, just looked up the thing.
Again, I don't know if it
legit.
means that he's like, I think at this point it's going to come to like a case-by-case basis for any individual, whether or not they think that he's done enough to warrant being accepted back into the Twitch as a community, into your personal life. If you're a viewer or watcher of his, you'll have to make that decision on your own. But at least he didn't just lip service apology, a couple crocodile tears,
yeah,
and then fucking Logan Paul it up. Like, he did the thing.
I mean, as far as it goes, I didn't even know about this, so I'm glad you told me about this. So I looked it up. Seems to be pretty legit. He helped remove 200K deepfakes after paying for images of female streamers. He stepped down from his position that he attained from his followership, his viewership, and announced a break. And then he uploaded an update video. I guess that's on YouTube. So that's pretty good. And he also raised money as well. So I'm glad that he is taking steps in the correct direction. You know, and ultimately, I think that there are many worse things that you can do. Okay, I don't think that you should. You know, I don't think that this is like something that you should be spending like years in jail for. However, anybody who is hosting this stuff should 100% spend jail time. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I think what Atrac did qualifies as a shitty thing to do, and one that you can, you know, deserves critique and condemnation. But on the scale of shitty things to do, we're at, you know, there is hope for redemption here. You didn't like, you know, fucking kick a puppy or some shit. I don't know.
I don't know. Like, I feel like, oh man, I don't know. I feel like the kicking a puppy might be close. Might be close. They might be on the same level for me. I don't know.
I think this is bad. It was definitely a bad thing. But I do appreciate like his reaction to it is, you know, outside of the cringy apology video, which I don't think any apology video is not cringy, but aside from that, has at least been one of like, I have done damage. My job here now is to try and undo as much of that damage as I can. Yeah. I have a ethical responsibility to now fix this problem.
Yeah, yeah. Because I am a firm believer of, you know, that's how we grow. We grow by making mistakes. Yeah. So, very believer. He's not Mr. Girl levels of creepy. I'm glad he's done something good coming out of that situation. Mr. Girl. I don't know what Mr. Girl is, and now I'm kind of scared to search it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna let your search history take that hit, Kyle. I don't need that in my life.
But please tell us who Mr. Girl is, by the way, Cordial.
Yeah.
And so this crypto bro over here, he's a Brazilian crypto streamer. He was left heartbroken after he accidentally revealed his private keys live on stream. Also, that's funny because I just revealed my DMs with you on stream. So it's, I mean, like,
that is true.
But at the same time, I have no DMs to hide. Y'all can go through my DMs, okay? I ain't got nothing in there, all right? I ain't got nothing on Twitter. I ain't got nothing on YouTube. I ain't got nothing on, you know, the worst thing you'll find is X videos, okay? Anyway, so YouTuber Fraternidade Crypto had quite the roller coaster day.
I won't ask you what kind of videos, Kyle. I won't blow you up on stream.
I mean, we could talk about it in the DMs, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, on August 31st, when he ended up losing a significant amount of money before recovering it later on. So he did actually recover $50,000 of the $60,000 that he lost. But it's actually
the most generous thief of
all
time.
That's what I was like, that is like the most miraculous shit I've ever heard in my entire life. Because that thief was scot-free, dude.
Yeah, he was out. There's nothing you can do about it.
Nothing. So, according to a report by Protos, the streamer accidentally exposed his private keys during a broadcast and wasn't quick enough to transfer the funds, resulting in over $60,000 being lost. Amazingly, Fraternidade was actually contacted by the thief, who decided to hand $50,000 back to the streamer after he made a tearful plea for the crypto funds to be returned. So, hopefully, all you got to do is just cry about it.
I mean, shit.
That's what we're getting from this. That's what we're getting from this story, dude.
I do love that even though he returned 50 grand, he was like, but this 10K is a lesson.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a $10,000 lesson on me.
I would have flipped the tables, dude. I would have been like, here's 10K back, dude. I would run with the 50. That would have been me. But I mean, I wouldn't have stolen in the first place. So, hey.
I mean, hypothetically, if I was to steal that much money, hypothetically, to the FBI or whoever listening, it's hypothetical. Y'all would have never known.
Right? Exactly. I mean, that's probably what it would have been with me, to be honest. I mean, it would have been no money back. I can't believe that. I really can't believe that someone actually had $60,000 in their hands, and then they were like, "Okay, that's fine. No worries. Just give it back." It's crazy to me. Crazy.
But again, I'm keeping this 10K as a lesson.
Yeah, I mean, 10K is, but it's not even the lion's share. I mean, maybe half. Last time I got my wallet stolen, I had $60 in there. I didn't get $30 back. I'm gonna tell you that much. I didn't even get $5. All right, they took the whole fucking 60. And that's exactly why I don't carry a wallet
And it
anymore.
costs you more money. You have to replace your license and shit, I'm sure.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So I guess I won a little something that day, I guess. Well, no, licensing, I think license is like $15.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
Mr. Girl is a streamer who made really weird artsy films of him having sex with life-size dolls, being verbally abusive to his girlfriend, and did cringy debate bro content with creeps until they turned on him. Very strange guy. I'm surprised I haven't seen that story yet. I've been going through so many YouTuber stories, so many streamer stories lately.
Oh,
I've been watching like
that's-
all of Turkey Tom, Sunny V2. I've been watching like Asmongold Reacts. I've been watching all of this. Oh, well, Asmongold doesn't really react to that stuff. But in either case, I've been watching so much YouTube content on this stuff. I'm surprised I haven't heard that yet.
Yeah, I haven't heard about this guy either, but that's I mean, the weird artsy films of having sex with life-size dolls. I mean, you know, whatever. Do you, fam? You're not hurting anyone there. Verbally abusive to your girlfriend? Way worse. That's you know, we don't condone partner abuse of any sort. That's fucked up. Cringy debate bro content is also probably I would have to know what the topic is, but
Cringy.
On the surface level, that's fine, I guess.
He used to be one of Destiny's
I know
orbiters. Okay.
Destiny. Okay, one of Destiny's orbiters. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. The debate bro stuff, if as long as the topics they weren't debating, they were like if he was defending to call back to our previous discussion of you know, pedophilia or whatever, then yeah, we don't stand that. But if it's like, I don't know, your general cringy debate bro content, then it's probably fine. The being verbally abusive is fucked up, though. And
Oh my
again, the
God.
artsy films of having sex with life-size dolls is, you know, I guess do whatever you want in your own home. I probably won't end up watching those.
Just to show how, like, and why I generally stay away from Destiny. It's so funny that I search up incest streamer, and like the very first person that pops up is Destiny. It's very interesting. And it's simply, he's arguing about incest because he always loves to have these like think fucking streams and talk about his most inner thoughts, and like sometimes he just needs to keep it to himself. But
yeah, Destiny definitely enjoys like, I don't think he's dumb, but I do think
I don't think he's dumb.
Needlessly contrarian.
I think that because you know what? Honestly, if he was dumb, he would have been banned by now. Very honestly.
That's fair. I think Destiny in general likes putting himself in a position on most arguments in which he is defending the most unfavorable position.
Yeah, he was banned off Twitch, but
simply so that he can be edgy in his logical point. You know what I'm saying? What do I mean?
No, I definitely understand. Yeah, I understand. I mean, he says the same thing about pedo stuff, actually. Incest and pedo is like the same thing, where he says it's not inherently wrong. And then we move on.
I'm not touching that one with the
and then we move on. Then we fucking move on.
We're not. Nope.
Anyway, so
my face is too recognizable. Actually, that might not be true.
It's so ridiculous.
I feel like if I move back to the homeland, you wouldn't find me. Well, they'd be like, oh, we need like a brown dude between 5'6" and 5'10", glasses, black hair, beard. They're gonna be like, there's a billion of those, homie. You gotta narrow it down.
So, I mean, as far as it goes, like, this is once again bringing us back to this wonderful question that we have. Have we killed the age of comedy? And it's just something I've heard so much that like I just had to ask it. Like,
You are right, Cordial. I could drop the beard, and I haven't seen myself with a beard without a beard in a long time. But I feel like I'd look like a completely different human.
I don't think I would recognize you. I don't think I've ever seen you without facial hair.
I've had facial hair since the senior year of high school.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say
Is when I
you
let
didn't
the
have as
goatee
much of
come
a
in,
beard,
and then
but
the goatee just evolved into the full beard because it's 2023 now, and straight women love a man with a beard.
there it is. There it is. You got to keep with the trends. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta play to my demographic.
Got you. Makes sense. Makes sense. But I've heard it so many times. People love to say, "Oh, we can't make jokes anymore. We can't be funny anymore." And I want to know what your thoughts are on that. So, Protum, see, here I am. Now I'm actually government naming you. Oh my god.
Damn.
We'll beep it out.
The worst part is like I'm so easy to find on the internet. It's so bad.
We'll bleep it on the YouTube video, okay?
It's fine. Whatever. What are they gonna find? My fucking LinkedIn?
Like, oh my god, he's smart. Yeah. What do you think about this unsave? What's your thoughts?
So, okay, I was thinking about this. There's a few pieces of this. One is I don't know if you can. I feel like any and all discussions of this is gonna, at least in some part, end up sounding like old man yells at cloud kind of shit. Like you're just gonna sound ancient if you like talking about this. But the conclusion I came to when thinking about this is there's two parts to this. One is I think comedy is an art. It is a form of self-expression specifically designed to make a point to an audience, and regardless of what that point is, in the same way I feel this for painting or sculpture or performance art or whatever, music, art should be allowed to be boundary pushing, if not straight up offensive, in any direction. Whether it's hyper liberal, conservative, capitalist, socialist, communist, whatever. Pick your fucking vector. Art should be allowed to push that boundary in whatever way the artist chooses. Obviously, that does not absolve the art, like it doesn't make it exempt from critique or condemnation when appropriate. But I also think there's value in that. If to go back to this streamer who made, again, us being generous, the very shitty pedophile joke. The discussion
joke question marks.
I
just want to put like question marks in there. Like that's this.
Yeah,
heavy.
Yeah, we're big. We're being very generous. We're big air quotes on joke. But even the discussion around that also has value, even if we're just talking about it being no longer appropriate and not being like, like that's not something you can say. All those things have value, even if the art itself is worth condemning. That's point one. Point two is.
Can I just point out one thing? Cordial says, no. Is comedy dead? No, but there's a greater chance of people twisting your words into a reason to alienate you. Like there's an eager mob of people just waiting for the next person to fuck up. I love that comment. I love that comment, and we have a video on that. But anyway, keep going.
The other point is despite my full beard and luxurious hairline, I am getting older, and I know at some point, there will be a time in which something I think is funny is no longer appropriate to what is current culture or the current zeitgeist. It is like culture is always driven by what is new, and new almost inherently is a byproduct of young.
Yeah.
And because of that, at some point you age into being a active contributor to culture, and more into an observer of culture. And those two things are very good. And at some point, you know, I'll have a, you know, God forbid, a grandchild. I don't know if I'm even having children at this point in my life, but we'll say hypothetically a grandchild.
Me too, man. The time's running out. My God, I feel like a woman at this point. I'm like the clock is ticking. And like at this point, I feel like there's zero options. But what can you do?
Listen, if you want to talk about the hellscape that is dating in our 30s, dude, we can get into that whole thing later. But
we're gonna make that's next topic Tuesday. Okay, we're gonna talk about it.
Listen, I'll come back. I have a fucking dissertation on this shit.
Oh my God. You gotta freeze your eggs. I know, right? Oh my goodness. I would have to. I'm gonna have to put my sperm into a hyperbolic time chamber or something, so that they can. Oh well, actually no. They're gonna waste time that way. I'm gonna.
Yeah, you want the other one.
What's what am I? Cryo cryo chamber.
Is compressed. No, you're right. You're good.
But yeah, man. But interesting.
But yeah, no.
Okay, if you have more to say.
I think at some point in my life, someone will tell me that a thing that I find funny is no longer appropriate. And even I look back at like things that I would have said or laughed at as a teenager in my early 20s when we were in college or whatever, that I would be like, no, this is no longer a thing that I can abide by or find appropriate or whatever. So it's not that comedy is dead. Like there are definitely jokes that our parents' generation find funny that we don't think are appropriate, and there will be jokes that we find funny that younger generations will not find appropriate. It's just that comedy is a product of its current time, like all art. So it will change, it will evolve, it will turn into something. My personal viewpoint is like Gen Z and Gen Alpha's humor is a lot more absurdist. And I think that
very true.
I'm gonna flex the sociology degree for a hot sec. I think that's a byproduct of like their generation as a whole. Like our generation, you know, as millennials tends to have, like we all have like this depression humor. Like it's all over like TikTok and Instagram and whatever. And it's kind of.
I mean, we grew up with like Daria. You know, Daria.
Our generation like kind of grew up with all of this promise that then kind of like fell apart on us, and it has clearly been like a huge impact in how we view the world. On top of like the 8 billion like once in a lifetime events we've managed to notice. Gen Z and Gen A didn't ever have that like, oh, the world is going to be cool and good when I'm an adult. They started off with Xbox. So,
yeah, they were born into global warming.
Yeah, their level
like,
of
we're only going to live for like 60 years.
Like apathy is so much higher than ours that it's wild.
Like for example, the Grimace Shakes. Grimace Shakes was actually hilarious, but it was like it was an amazing niche humor activity that blew up so big. Millions upon hundreds of millions of views, probably into the billions of views on everything with the Grimace Shakes. And it's funny, but it's just probably not something that we would have come up with, you know? I also feel
100%.
Also, I feel like when comedy is on Twitter, where you can't really see who's telling the joke besides the screen name, like a gay person could be making an ironic homophobic joke, but it'll get misconstrued as a straight person. That is true. That is true too. And anonymity has kind of skewed with our sense of humor as well.
Well, yeah. I mean, anonymity is one of those things where like it's also partially why, and this is a double-edged sword, right? It is why when someone does do something truly inappropriate and does deserve to be condemned and critiqued about it on the internet, it allows people to do so. But it also means that like any Twitter comment is open to the fucking peanut gallery.
Yeah.
And like if I make a joke about Indian people, newsflash, I don't know if the camera or the beard or the hairline was a giveaway, I might be brown. If I make a joke about Indian people but you don't know me, like like there's gonna be someone who's like, well, actually, like that's inappropriate because yes,
That
I
doesn't
know,
sound right.
motherfucker. Like, I'm aware. That's the bit.
I mean, like that's one of the biggest cruxes of comedy. Because like you said, comedy is art and should be able to be straight up offensive if that's what the art presenter decides to do. However, we always take that with a grain of salt when it's the person who is making fun of when the person is making fun of themselves as well.
Right.
So if you are part of the group, then you are able to make fun of the group, which also, is in alignment with a lot of other things that we do in terms of our language, the use of the N-word, for example, and many other things that, kind of allow us to self-critique, but do it in a humorous way. So I definitely get that. And anonymity has definitely messed with that because, like what Cordial was saying, and also what you were saying, Unsafe, like sometimes you just don't know who these people are. It could be like an anime avatar. Who the fuck is this person? I don't know. It could be a 14-year-old eating Cheetos in his mom's basement, or it could be like a 30-year-old dude who actually.
Picture is a Victorian painting of a cat with like a fucking like giant ass collar, and like if you saw that on Twitter as someone's like profile picture. You don't know who the fuck that is. Like, you don't know. You have no idea.
And so Pietri says, yes, I make inappropriate jokes all the time. And yes, we've heard them, Pietri. And, like,
hey,
I think
Pietri,
that's...
I want to hear one. Hit me with a joke.
Oh, you have to do it in the DMs because, listen, I've already gotten mad at him and almost banned him for one. So in either case, I think that the major thing to take away from that is like the whole self-critique and being able to, like, if Pietri is I don't know, I think he's Spanish American, Latin American, Latino, I'm not sure, are you Puerto Rican? I don't know, but in either case, if you were to make
the diaspora somewhere,
if you were to make a wait, what'd you say? Oh, the diaspora. Got you. Yeah. So like
diaspora, I don't know. What's
I think it's diaspora. I think it is.
Well, fuck me.
Okay, after the show. So I think that. So like, for example, I think that's excellent humor. I feel like that's excellent humor. I laughed a lot on the inside when I just said that. But I think that the thing that we have to remember is that we always have this unwritten rule that always will be present, where if you're going to make a joke about a certain person, you have to be part of the group in order for that joke to actually land, in order for that joke to actually sell. And I think that's
Puerto Rican and Italian, and cordial is it's diaspora.
Yeah. That's diaspora or diaspora. I don't know. This is anyway. I'm gonna stop trying to read because I can't sometimes.
Actually, I have a question for you, Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm fairly, while straight, I'm comfortable with my sexuality. I make,
you'll take a finger in the booty hole
all the time, mostly because he's good looking. But someone once legitimately accused me of queer baiting, and I was like, "Oh, am I queer baiting?"
What were the reasons for this? I'm curious.
I was with another friend of mine who's bi, and who's a good looking dude, and I made a passing comment, about him being good looking and being like, fuck it, I would, like, whatever. Everyone's a little bit gay. It's a spectrum. And someone was like, well, are you actually like bi? And I was like, not to my knowledge, but like, it's a spectrum. Like I think he's a good looking person. I don't know if I'd actually like go the distance, but whatever. And they're like, well, then that's queer baiting. No. And I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know if I even have a pedestal from which to comment on this, or platform, I should say.
I'll let you. I'll assuage your fears, and I'm going to let you know that is absolutely not queer baiting. 100% not. Everyone can pay
I will
compliments
find my
to other
way.
people.
I can go the distance.
No matter what their sex, no matter what their gender is, no matter how they identify, you can pay a compliment to a person, and it is not baiting them into thinking that, you know, you are in any way, shape, or form, you know, trying to get them to do something with you. Queer baiting.
That was my feelings on it, but I mean, you know, a little air cover's nice.
Now, queer baiting truly is, it's in the, like, the famous, you know, the sort of clout grabbing sort of clout grabbing behavior. You know, queer baiting was largely popularized on the internet. It might have had a history before this, sure, possibly, but I think that before the internet came about, gay people were looked at fairly negatively. So, like, I don't know who you're trying to bait with queer bait, unless you're literally trying to arrest them. So, like, that's definitely that's definitely possible too. But
I'm sure that's the thing cops tried back in the day. I'm sure there was a sting operation.
But, like, for example, I'll give a perfect example of this. Harry Styles. Harry Styles can be seen as queer baiting.
I've heard that Harry Styles is, and again, this is not my community, so I only have like an outsider's perspective on it. But yeah, I've heard Harry Styles be accused of queer baiting.
Now, as far as it goes, I don't believe that he is queer baiting. I feel like he is expressing himself. And, like, there is this, because queer baiting is subjective. It's completely subjective. There is no, like, firm, like, oh, these are the rules for you to not queer bait, and then this is how you are a queer baiter. Like, there is no, essentially the thing is, if you're straight and then you're acting as if you belong to the LGBTQ universe in some way, shape, or form, then you are queer baiting. That's not true, because straight men can wear dresses too. Like, I'm just letting you know. Like, straight men can wear lipstick too. Straight men can wear nail polish too. Like, it's not like this is exclusive to fucking gay people.
Petitioned at a job I used to have for to be allowed to wear a skirt or a dress.
You started a petition?
Okay, so this was I used to work at a shitty call center job fresh out of college, and even though no one was seeing us, we were required as men to be in a dress shirt and tie and slacks every day for work. And during the summer, I was fucking sweating my balls off. And I was like, why can't I wear a dress? And they were like, not on the dress code. And I was like, fuck you. Why can't I wear a dress? And I literally started a petition in the office. I was like, it doesn't even matter if I do end up wearing a dress. Fuck you. It's hot. And if I want to feel more comfortable, I should be goddamn allowed.
It bothers me to no end how much people are afraid of cloth. It destroys me.
It's so dumb.
Because, like, really not only is, like, it completely not in any way, shape, or form consequential what you put on your body, as long as you're not exposing your private areas, but, like, not only is it not complete inconsequential, but dress codes vary across the world, my dude. Like,
it's also like the argument the HR person at the time meant for me was like, it's not business appropriate. And I was like, well, like, I have family in Scotland. If I go get a real kilt, why can't I wear a kilt? You can wear a kilt to meet the fucking Queen of England if you want. It's more than appropriate enough for a fucking call center. So fuck you. Like,
I agree.
They're arbitrary and they're bullshit.
I 100% agree. I remember this ridiculous thing that they used to have in high school, where we had a literal war on spaghetti straps. Like, anyone with spaghetti straps was, like, seen as, like, a vixen, and, like, you were like the sluttiest of, like, how dare you come into school with your shoulders exposed. And then, like, it's really ridiculous, because then guys could just walk around with tank tops, and, like, is this not the same thing? I'm looking at his deltoids right now. Like, oh my god, aren't we all supposed to, like, burn or something? Like, are we all dying here? And then, like, it just doesn't make sense to me. It's so ridiculous.
No, it's stupid and it's arbitrary. Keep your fucking junk covered and then we're good. Like,
the Great Spaghetti Strap War. It really was a war. It was ridiculous.
And shit, if you're in a nudist colony, you don't even have to keep your junk covered. But in general society, we do request that your genitals be contained, please and thank you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I generally don't want to see other people's genitals, so thank you for that.
Yeah, if I'm seeing your genitals, I would like it to be by request, not by force.
Right.
Consent is cool.
But like, I mean, I just don't understand like why people are so aggressive, so aggressively angry against like this concept of a man in a dress.
I don't know, dude.
Like, what?
I just don't like.
What's the issue?
I don't care enough. If Harry Styles wants to wear a fucking gown to the Met Gala, like whatever. It's not like I have other shit to worry about.
And then it's just so funny because like you go back like 200, 300 years and like kings were wearing essentially dresses. And it's like, I mean, what was he gay?
Yeah.
Like, are you about to like call him the F slur? Like,
that's like an Indian person. A lot of our clothing is like big, flowy shit like that. Like, yeah, there are pants underneath, but like you don't really need them. Like, fuck it. Like most of this shit is knee length.
It's this terrible fashion choices. Now it's just the Harry Styles hate is coming into the chat. Oh no.
Damn.
I appreciate Harry Styles, honestly. I like people who go against the grain in a progressive way. In a way that like it doesn't harm people in any way, shape, or form, yet is a new, a sort of breath of fresh air. I'm not really about his music. I'm gonna say that. I'm not bumping Harry Styles in my fucking car, and I literally, like, only songs I hear are just the popular ones, which are okay to my ears. But he has a big fan club, and that's what it is. And if he wants to, like show a new style of, just like. Not even a new style, just a new, behavior that a man can 100%, project without harming anyone, then I'm perfectly fine with that.
I have no strong feelings.
I'm just an observer. Got you, Cordial.
Harry Styles either. Like, he's just random musician, like famous musician number 7. Like, I'm glad that he's not, a horrible person, and that's basically as far as it goes.
Right, exactly.
At least outwardly a horrible person. Like, he's not like peddling like bigotry or some shit. He might be an asshole in real life. Who fucking knows? I don't know.
Jake Gyllenhaal definitely queer baited my ass when I watched Brokeback Mountain in 20 whatever the fuck that was.
I mean, hey,
I was baited. I was on the hook.
In all fairness, I feel like as an actor playing a gay person, his job was to bait you.
Yeah, exactly. I do wish that they would hire like actually gay people for those roles though. So, but that's besides the point. That's Hollywood bullshit. I have the Tanjiro earrings for Demon Slayer. My grandma hates it because she thinks I'm wearing girls' earrings. That's so annoying. Like even me, like I have the most basic fucking metal loops, dude. This is what I have. All right. And then like sometimes people are like, those are for girls. And I'm like,
I was on a date yesterday and I complimented my waiter's earrings. He had cool earrings.
Oh, did you queer bait him?
I don't know, maybe.
But this is the
I can tell you that my food came out perfectly correct and in record time.
He made it with love. So like this is one of the videos I just wanted to show on this, but wonderful Kev on stage, always here to give us laughs. I recently just saw this morning he was at the Beyonce concert on mute, which is actually hilarious. But just watch this.
There's nothing you can say on the internet that somebody can't make negative, and there's also nothing you can say on the internet that somebody can then put words in your mouth and say something you did not say. For example, this lady posted this reel and she said, ignoring everyone who says it better be a boy this time and just praying for a healthy baby, which is, gender reveal, this and that. I just want a healthy baby. Somebody responded and said,
I just want to say, by the way, and we're going to rewind that just a little bit because I spoke over it, but by the way, gender reveals are the most pointless, dumbass, self-centered, ridiculous, money-wasting, environment poisoning things that you can possibly do if you're going to be an idiot and not just bake a fucking cake. Holy shit.
The cake, or maybe some version of like a small balloon pop, and like we're talking like, you know, things that would be fine at a regular child's birthday party. If it's anything beyond that, you've done too much.
It's so no one gives a fuck about your baby. I can promise you, no one cares about your baby. Like the people, you might get a lot of likes for the celebration, whatever. You got your 15 minutes of fame, surprise. Did you hear about the? I think it was in, I want to say South America. They had a gender reveal with a plane, and the plane sprays either the blue or the pink over all the onlookers, and then that means it's a boy or a girl. The plane lost its wing when it went over this crowd of onlookers, and the pilot ended up crashing and dying.
Oh my god.
You lost your fucking life over a gender reveal. Like, and then not only that, but then imagine if the baby like comes out and the baby's like trans or something. Like, just imagine, like, all that for nothing. For what? For what? Like, what did you do that for? Shut up and have your child.
Again, if it's not anything more, if it's anything more extreme than a regular like child's birthday party, you've done too much. And I'm not talking about like I have way too much money and my kid is like getting like an extravagant birthday party. I mean like a regular ass backyard barbecue style birthday party. Anything beyond that, you've done too much. You've gone too far.
And honestly,
if you have this much money to burn, give it to me.
I had never even heard of a gender reveal until the internet came. I literally never have been to a gender reveal. I've never heard of anyone having a gender reveal. I've
been to two, and they were pretty tame, right? Both times.
After the internet or before?
Huh?
After the internet or before? In the before times.
I mean, like, I guess after the internet, we're talking like post college. So like,
okay,
know, somewhere between, 20. I don't know. Wait, Kyle, when the fuck did we graduate?
It was 2012, 2013.
2011, 2012, somewhere in that range. So after that, but like, again, one was a cake, the other was cupcakes.
Perfect.
Sure.
That's excellent. That's a great way to show what gender your child is. I love that. It's a great way.
It was a barbecue. He was like, they were like, both times the parents were like, hey, we're doing like a barbecue. We're going to have a cake for the gender reveal. Like, would you like to come? I was like, sure. Great. I'll be there. Is it appropriate for me to bring beer? Should I bring something else? I don't know what if booze is a good house gift for a gender reveal. That was my biggest concern.
Because I swear to God, they didn't exist before fucking like 2001. I swear to no one was having gender reveals before 2001. I swear to God, the internet brought it to.
Well, it's also like
someone did it for the first time, and then everybody was like, "Oh my God, now I need to show the fucking gender of my baby." Like, and then it just got it fucking snowballed from there. I swear.
And it's one of those things where like there's a few things like that. Like there's the thing with for anyone who has friends on Facebook or Instagram who've had babies, especially pandemic babies, there was quite a few of them. The like mat where they lay them down with like however old they are now, and it's like a little calendar or whatever. It's like, 3 months now, 6 months now. Like that whole style of picture did not exist before Instagram.
Yes, exactly.
And it's not that I understand you're like you want to take pictures of your kid and like they're important to you. I fully get that. I'm not a parent, but I understand. I have my whole camera roll is like 1,000 pictures of my cat. I can only imagine.
Same.
Child.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, like, it's so interesting to me that like this very clear kind of picture only exists post Instagram, Facebook, whatever.
It's for the brownie
Social
points,
media.
dude. It's for the social media points. Got to get that social media score up. Parents farming their kids for content is rather... Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And we see so much of that. We see so much of that now, to the point that YouTube has literally had to ban like the vast majority of child content because parents are literally taking advantage of their kids. There's more. Oh my god, there's so much more. Oh my god, have you heard of? Okay, we're not going to talk about it. We're not going to. I'll save it for maybe next week. I just heard about monkey harm, monkey. I forget what it's called, but there's.
I have no idea what the fuck this is.
It's crazy things on the internet. But in either case, we're gonna keep on going into this. We have a lot to talk about on Topic Tuesdays. Okay, so. Can't wait for next week.
Baby, somebody responded and said, "Mom of an unhealthy kid here to say that those babies are equally valuable and worthy of love." She didn't say they weren't. She didn't say that unhealthy kids aren't, worthy of love. All she said is, "I'm praying for a healthy baby." Somebody else said, "Whatever healthy means, if it's not healthy, then your prayers won't be answered. How is ableism different from being sex selective?" So you can't pray for a healthy baby no more? You can't wish for health? You can't even want health? You can't wish for it? So she said to the first lady, "Sending you guys so much love." And another person responded, "Not sure what you mean by sending her love when you just insulted her child for not being healthy." But she didn't, though. She didn't insult her child for not being healthy. All she said is, "I'm praying for a healthy baby for myself." And you done told her that she won't love an unhealthy baby? You done said she insulted a woman's baby that she don't know? We don't need the internet. We definitely don't need comments because people will say you said anything. One time, Mel Hitch tweeted, "Food be good. Food be so good." And somebody responded, "Not all. But yeah, though." What did that add to our society? It's assumed you talking about the food you like be good. Why would you? When Beyonce and Al Gore conspired to make the internet, did they think it would end up like this? Because I've had it. You just can't say nothing.
It's so true. I mean, to be very honest, though, to be fair, OP said nothing as well. So I'm just like, they were both equally nothing statements. Like, food be so good. Like, wow, thank you. I appreciate you for telling me that really insightful statement. At the same time, I think Mr. Blunt is worse with the not all, but yeah. But once again, the internet is just full of people just throwing the most intrusive thoughts out there.
Like, this one is dumb, but relatively, like, whatever. The first one is the wildest shit I've ever, like,
it's so ridiculous. I love that the person comes out here.
Love how this woman is literally just, her whole response to this is just like, "I'm gonna keep being relative, like, wholesome." Like, it's like, people are just gonna be fucking extra, and it's fine. I'm just gonna let it slide because it's not worth it. Some of these people, you all guys, okay. We keep coming back to this. Go to therapy. Go to therapy.
It's very helpful.
Go to therapy.
It's very, very helpful. Even if you don't think you need it, I swear to God, it's very, very helpful.
Everyone needs therapy. I don't give a fuck who you are. Therapy's good for all of us. Everyone, go to therapy. It should be a basic. It should be like, you know how you go to the dentist and the fucking eye doctor and like your regular doctor.
Yes.
Therapy's in the same list.
Yes.
Go do that shit.
Yes, I 100% agree. I still don't. I've never had therapy, but I feel like I would 100% benefit from it because I swear to God, with the stuff that I put up on like Twitter and stuff like that, sometimes I'm like, damn, like y'all are truly being my therapist right now. Y'all really are getting the brunt of everything I'm feeling.
I've been in therapy before. Like now, like right now, I'm in a good place. Like I'm chilling. But I still talk to my therapist. Why? Because it's just fucking good for you. Just do the shit. It's fine. You're fine. It's good. It's good.
And then I love the fact that like I really don't know where to start with this because like every single angle is just like, the fuck you talking about, bro? But I really have to start with this person. Like, I love how she's saying sending you guys so much love, and then she says not sure what you mean by sending her love when you just insulted her child for not being healthy. That is the most wild thing I've ever seen on the internet, period, hands down. Because not only are you saying that she insulted the person by praying for a healthy baby for herself, but you are also not even involved in the conversation, nor do you know either of these people. Like, what is your problem?
I wanna know what jumps you made in your brain that you then decided were like cool. Because like everyone has dumb thoughts, but like you filter those out. Like it's the same way. Like everyone, I'm sure, like you see like some shit you're not supposed to eat and you're just like, I don't know, I wonder what that tastes like. It's just like, yeah, maybe.
Right.
But you filter that thought out. You recognize that it's stupid and you don't, that's it. That's where the thought ends.
My God. It hurts. It honestly hurts because like I get this too. You'll see that a lot in gaming circles. You say one thing negative about a game and it's not necessarily like negative about the game as a whole, but it could be about one aspect of the game, and then another person will come out of the woodworks and say like, oh well, I guess that's just the skill issue, or oh well, I guess you didn't play enough hours of the game then, oh well, I guess that you just don't know how to play games. Yeah. It's like I that's not what the fuck I said. I was saying that, for example, just yesterday I was talking about in Apex. Have you seen neo strafing in Apex?
No, what's this new shit?
Neo strafing is essentially when you run around and you bounce around like a fucking ball, but only certain things, certain legends can take advantage of it. The speed legend. Okay. So like Octane.
So like your old school like wall bouncing, but on crack.
Not even wall bouncing, it's just on the floor. It's like essentially like a super fast, you go like 3 times the speed of like regular strafing, and you just bounce back and forth
from like a fighting game.
Yeah, pretty much wave dash. That's essentially what it is. But only like 2 characters or 3 characters can really take advantage of it because you need the speed. You need to, you need to have like the Maggie ult, or you need to have Octane stim in order for it to happen. Also Bangalore passive can make that happen as well. So like my whole thing is that it's an unfair movement tech, and it's a garbage movement tech, honestly, because not every character can take advantage of this. Like every other movement tech is done by every character. Okay, you can do a wall bounce, you can do fucking redirecting, you can do tap strafing, you can do
wall bounce, Raze can wall bounce,
exactly. Like you can do super jumps, you can do super glides, you can do mantle jumps with any character. With this, you need specific characters in order to do it, and it makes you pretty much unhittable. Like you're probably about 90% less accurate when you're trying to attack a person who's doing this, because the character models don't match up. You'll see them, like flailing their legs up in the air as they bounce up and down. Even when you see
not matching is extra bad.
Yeah, just like when you see people bunny hopping in Apex, it looks so stupid because they're not actually hitting the ground. You just see them like kind of floating along the way. So it's essentially that, but just them moving back and forth at ridiculous speeds. And then not only that, but then but it's also the what am I saying? It was I can't even think of my freaking arguments anymore. Hold on, I just lost my train of thought.
Now you're just mad about neo strafing.
I know, I really am. Oh well, actually, I already said the character models don't match up. Okay, so. And people will hang in air. Literally, you'll see them like hang in air as the game physics try to keep up with this tech that the developers clearly did not plan for. So like I say that it's unfair, and then all of a sudden people are coming all up into my mentions and like being like, oh, controller moment. I don't even play on controller. People are coming to my mentions saying like, oh well, you don't know the thousands of hours that it took to get to learn this. Like, bitch, I know how to do it. I literally know how to do it. I know how to neo strafe. I know how to do all of the movement tech. I've learned all of the movement tech since season 0 of Apex, my guy. And like I'm literally just stating a plain fact. Like it's just a plain fact that not everybody can take advantage of it, so it reduces the evenness of the playing field. People love to throw stuff into your mouth.
So I think gaming